Good day, everyone. Good day. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa. I hope everyone is doing well. This is Morning Sip. SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, good day, everyone. We are live today on YouTube, Facebook, and streaming on New Thought Media Network. Shout out to everybody on this day that I can't recall which day it is. It's a good day. Pamela. So we are in our new series that I have called My Sugahs. And those of you who know me know that I refer to my daughters as my sugars, and I have since they were babies. And today we are 5 days away from liftoff, is how I'm regarding this new experience that all of us are getting to have together, Stacy, the experience of them going to college, Shay. And today is a bittersweet day for me, and it doesn't have anything to do with my girls leaving. It has to do with learning that a very dear, close friend of ours passed overnight. And he was like a father figure to my husband, and he was like a grandfather figure to my daughters. And so we're in some sorrow today on his passing. And I was thinking this morning about him. His name is Lloyd Williams. If you're in New York, you know anything about Harlem, you probably heard the name Lloyd Williams, and you'll probably see it in the news today because he was a very prominent individual in New York City and especially in Harlem. He was one of the co-founders of Harlem Week, and he was the founder of or co-founder of the Greater the Greater Chamber, the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. And he was quite a titan of industry, I would say. And so I was thinking about him today because he's been a part of my life for about 25 years, which is about how long more than that. I was introduced to him, of course, through Marco. And he's been a part of Marco's life probably since he was 6 years old or something along those lines. And Marco grew up in Harlem Week, and he's on the board of Harlem Week, and he's one of the producers of Harlem Week, which is a massive festival that happens in August. So it's happening right now. It started August 1st, and it's on August 17th. And Marco's one of the co-producers of it, and and it's amazing. It's internationally known. Um, all kinds of people perform at Harlem Week. I remember one year Janet Jackson performed. It's always spectacular, and it's very cultural. It's very honoring of Black culture and the Black experience, and it has definitely made an imprint in our lives. And so I just want to acknowledge Lloyd Williams and his life and his dedication. And I was thinking about um, him today on his passing and thinking about how clear he was about his purpose and how passionate he was about his purpose. He lived, breathed Harlem. His breath was Harlem. and he dedicated his life to Harlem. And last year we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Harlem Week. So can you imagine dedicating yourself to something and and it and it um and it takes place for 50 years, an event that started out as one day, Harlem Day, 50 years ago, kept evolving and expanding and expanding. And up until till COVID happened, Harlem Week was like Harlem Month. The whole month of August basically was Harlem Week. And then when COVID happened, everything shifted and things are just starting to kind of come back again. And now it's 17 days long. And it's an extraordinary event. So if you are in New York, I would really encourage you to check out Harlem Week. And you can go to harlemweek.com and see the calendar of events. So, given that my series this week is my Sugahs, Lloyd had a great impact on my girls as well. Lloyd was, towards my girls, he was love. He loved our girls like they were his granddaughters. And their only experience of him was love. And there's probably not too many people that we could say that about. That every interaction that you had with them was pure love. And that's how he was with my girls, pure love. So, so they have taken the news pretty hard, and because they loved him as well. We all loved him. So it's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet day, but I have such appreciation and inspiration when I think about his dedication to his purpose. He was very clear about his purpose. People could say a whole bunch of things about Lloyd Williams, and I think most people would agree that he was very clear about his purpose. And that purpose, oh my goodness, that purpose was like thunder. That purpose was like thunder. It roared through Harlem. And there was no doubt that he has left a legacy. He has left a legacy in Harlem Week and in the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. So I just want to acknowledge his essence. I want to acknowledge his purpose, and I want to acknowledge his passion on the planet. And so I just send love and light and peace to Lloyd Williams as he continues his journey in another dimension. And watch out, heaven, because you're about to have a Harlem Week in heaven. I am sure Harlem Week in heaven is about to take place. So, peace and blessings to Lloyd Williams, to the entire Williams family. They have been our family. They have been our family, and we love them. So I wanted to share that. And I think that's about all that I'm going to share today. I'm just taking some deep breaths. I'm fine. I'm very present to how I'm feeling, and what I'm feeling right now is supreme gratitude that I get to live my purpose, that I get to live in passion for what I do as an interfaith minister, as the spiritual leader at Rockland CSL, as a spiritual life coach, that I get to live a purposeful life. you know? And it has its ups and downs, it has its ebbs and flows, it has all of those things. And yet, I am so grateful that this is what I do, this is who I am, not from 9 to 5. This is my life, that I have the opportunity to share and have been sharing on this platform for over 5 years now. It's a blessing. It truly is a blessing. And I think the takeaway that is so important for me as it relates to my sugars is that they see examples of people who are living a purposeful life. And they got to see that up close and personal with Lloyd Williams. They get to see that up close and personal with their father. And they get to see that up close and personal with their mother as well. So they have examples of that in their lives. So as they go into this new chapter of their lives called college, my dream and my desire for them is that they recognize that whatever they desire can come forth, can be demonstrated through them, and that they can live their purpose, they can live their passion, no matter what, they can. That it is not only possible, but it is. It is. It is. And I want them to know that. And I'm grateful that they had that example in Lloyd Williams. So I saw this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, in his book Teachings on Love. And this is what he said: "You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free. You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free." And that's how I love my girls. That's how I love my girls. That's how I love my sugars. I love them in such a way that they feel free to be who they are. They feel free to go for their dreams. They feel free to go to school hours and hours and hours away from their parents, that they feel free to pursue their passion. And that is love. That is love. So I hope that this sinks in for someone out there. Maybe you are dealing with loss yourself. Maybe someone important to you has transitioned. And I just hope that these words speak to you, and that you know that love is in the vibration of freedom, and that we are blessed. We are blessed to give love and to receive love in return. So I wanted to share that. And let me check in with you all, and then we'll do some joy news real quick. So good day, everyone. Good day, Fee. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Fee. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of tributes to Lloyd Williams. Like I said, he was a very prominent person in New York, and it will be on the news today. There's been a press release. I've already seen some things online. So there'll be lots of tributes. And if you can, pay attention to them, because there are lessons in his life that apply to all of us. Thank you, Stacy. Much love to you as well. I appreciate that so much. All right, everybody. I want to remind everyone in Joy News that our community cafe that normally takes place on Wednesdays is on hiatus for the month of August. We will return the first week in September for visioning. So return September 3rd for visioning with me. Also, I want everyone to be aware that we will be having our meditation with the full moon tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, right where you're watching me now, our meditation with the full moon. We do a full spiritual practice with the energy of the full moon. So all you have to do is show up, bring something to write with, something to write on, and I will guide you through the whole process. So tomorrow there is no 10:30 a.m. sip. Sip tomorrow is at 8:30 p.m. with meditation with the full moon. I also want to let you all know that this Sunday, Stacy's on with us. This Sunday, Stacy is our guest speaker, and I use the word guest is really not appropriate. Stacy is family. She will always be family at Rockland CSL. I should say Rev Stacy is our guest speaker this Sunday, and she will be taking us through our August theme, which is On the Wings of Love. And how appropriate is that this month? And Stacy's topic, her message is Soaring in Love. That's appropriate too. Soaring in Love. So we are so grateful that Stacy will be with us this Sunday. It is virtual. You could join us via Zoom, and the Zoom link is at rocklandcsl.org. We also live stream on Facebook. So that's Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I just want to remind everyone that I will be going on hiatus myself starting next week. So from August 11th, I will be returning on September 2nd. So you'll know what's happening in between that time. I'll be on the road with my girls, Marco and I, seeing them off. We're stopping to see Marco's parents in North Carolina first, and that will be good to lay eyes on them. And then we continue our journey to Alabama and to Atlanta. So I'll probably pop on with a couple of lives here and there, and share how things are going, getting them settled at their schools. And the shirt that I'm wearing today is a Harlem Week shirt. It was last year's 50th anniversary shirt, and I'm gonna stand up so you can see it better. 50th celebration. Yeah, it was awesome. There's the big finale of Harlem Week is a street fair with all kinds of vendors with beautiful wares and jewelry and food and all kinds of stuff that happens along 135th Street and on the I guess to west to east. So anyway, it's worth seeing. It's worth going. There's music. There's always a surprise guest, and I know who the surprise guest is this year, but I can't tell y'all. But it is someone that is very well known and celebrated in the hip hop culture. So you could guess. So again, go to harlemweek.com for events happening now through the 17th. Please send love and light and strength to my husband, Marco, who is, practically Mr. Harlem Week himself. And he's going to be on New York One. I know he's recording the interview today, and it'll probably air sometime this week. So if you have New York One, check out Marco on one of their programs. I'll let you know tomorrow at in Meditation with the Moon. And I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow evening, 8:30 p.m. for Meditation with the Full Moon. So peace and blessings, everybody. I appreciate the love, the support, the condolences. Be good to each other is what my father in love always says to me and Marco when we leave. He says, "You'll be good to each other every single time, y'all." So let's be good to each other. Let's appreciate each other while we are in this flesh on this planet. And let us let each other know how much we love each other and what a significant impact we have on each other's lives. Let us let each other know that while we are here. Yes? All right. So, peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.